In today's digital age, the spread of information has become faster and more accessible than ever. However, this has also given rise to a new challenge: proliferation of fake news. Fake news can have serious consequences, from influencing public opinion to inciting violence and unrest. It's essential that the public understands the impact of fake news on our society and take steps to combat it. Join us on Nigeria Today as we beam our searchlight on fake news and its effect on our nation. This and more will be our focus on Nigeria Today. I am Ikaria Clinton. Thanks for joining us. Now with me in the studio to speak on fake news and the state of the nation is Danjuma Abdullahi, a seasoned broadcaster and a public affairs analyst. It's a pleasure to have you on Nigeria Today.
Thank you very much.
Also with us in the studio for this conversation is David Akoji. He's a Director of Special Duties and Regional Coordination, National Orientation Agency. It's a pleasure to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here, Ukara.
No, a lot of times we hear fake news, fake news, and it's all over the place. It's becoming a common thing. Somebody just wakes up from the bed and posts something online, and people start running helter-skelter. So maybe I'll start with the broadcaster. Why is fake news becoming a norm, kind of, in our country today, or even in the world?
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that news, I lived news, I walked in news, I breathed news, and it's very unfortunate that news has now become a negative subject of discussion. We shouldn't even be talking about news being fake, because news is wholesome. I was at a forum for Nigerian Association of Bloggers. They were trying to see if they could report what reporting is all about. Doesn't know the import of pictures, what kind of effect pictures can make on public opinion, on security, and so forth and so on. Just record something and just throw it out there. Sometimes it is cooked. It has no basis in fact at all. Just pure lies, and just throw it out there into the public space. It's unfortunate that instead of taking the best of technology, we are choosing to use the negative aspect of it. Because the technology is wonderful. It is social media. So many people have benefited from the social media. It is a space for economic gains. It is a space for fostering social harmony. It is a space for advocacy and so many things, so many good things you can do with the social media. It's unfortunate that people, for reasons based known to them, are using the social media negatively by throwing in fake information and stuff without minding the consequence.
As a matter of fact, misinforming the people, you know, we're so comfortable misinforming the people. So my senior colleague has said there's no such thing as fake news. Back then, you can misinform the people. I want to agree with him, of course, because he talks about, news talks about accuracy. They say facts are sacred. And if you don't have the real facts, then it's no news. Now, having said all of this, now we have, you know, established the fact that this is misinformation, misinforming the people. How would you describe the impact of this misinformation on national cohesion?
Okay. Let me preface my intervention with a bit of an explanatory on what is colloquially referred to as fake news. fake news is colloquially used to actually describe disinformation, misinformation, and malinformation. So it is these three put together that people commonly refer to as fake news. But each one of these have their own peculiarity. Disinformation, for instance, is deliberate manipulation of information to mislead and to cause harm, either to a person, a country, a community, or a people. That is to say that somebody sits down and blindly. That is called misinformation. Now, malinformation is to take a bit of truth and mix with a big dose of untruth.
With a big dose of lies.
Of untruth, yes. And then throw it out there. Do you understand now? And then people become confused because they are seeing that bit of truth in it, not knowing that the larger portion of it is untruth and will mislead people and also cause harm. In recent times, after the incidents of COVID-19, in the medical field, they came up with something that you can perhaps look at as a fourth component of these distortions in the information ecosystem. That fourth component is called infodemic. Infodemic means you just threw out so many information of diverse perspectives on the same issue. So the receivers and the listeners become confused. They don't know what is true and what is not true. So this is what is happening in the information ecosystem. It's not only happening in Nigeria. It's a global challenge. And like my colleague on this panel rightly said, it is happening because we're seeing evolution in digital technologies. And these have become so pervasive all over the world. And all of a sudden, that gatekeeping that journalism is known for, where editors interrogate whatever information is brought and they sieve it and they weigh it, you know, and decide what should be put out in the public, it's no longer there. Everybody is now a journalist on the social media platforms, and there's no gatekeeping. Now, things are made worse by the fact that in recent times, we find that even some traditional conventional media take news from the social media.
Yes, he just took the word out of my mouth. I was about asking my colleague here. Just like you said, the duty, the gatekeeping duties are no longer there. You see some conventional, media taking this news and making it an issue. As a matter of fact, they even blow it. For people now start, even for people that have not even heard about it, they now start hearing it from the conventional media. So, are we losing it? The duty, just like you said, the gatekeeping duties. Now, how do we really address these issues?
There's a way out. The way out, I believe, is for the conventional media to set up multimedia sections and get involved on the social media and do the right thing.
What does that mean, the right thing? Because right now we are confused about the right thing, because even the wrong person doing the wrong thing is confident.
Well, what I'm saying is, if NTA will have a strong multimedia unit that is involved, well, of course, NTA, the Nigerian Television Authority, is known for its professionalism. There are professionals there who are trained, who understand the definition of what news, because apart from those who are doing this deliberately, maybe because they are out there to hurt groups or individuals, as my colleague has said, because of some pre-existing sentiments. If they are doing this out of ignorance, I think what the conventional media will do will teach them, will show the way, how it is done, how it's supposed to be done. That is in addition to other things, the National Orientation Agency may have a role to play in enlightening people. Enlightening people. I mentioned the Nigerian Association of Bloggers. They have taken on the fight against fake news. The entire members are being sensitized. They are being, they are trained. They are being told to sieve information and make sure and verify. Probably verify and verify and verify probably 3 sources before you throw it out there.
I'm very
and
happy
so,
you mentioned the bloggers that are coming together to fight, to wage war against fake news, because it's actually where the fake news is coming from. Most of the fake news is coming from bloggers. Some are content creators. They just want to make money. You know, I don't understand if they really know the implication of what they are doing. You know.
Well, you already said they are. Bloggers need the content to be liked. They like the content to be shared so that the website will be enriched. And because it is the number of people that subscribe to the channel, that is what YouTube uses as a condition for paying you.
So they want to make money at the detriment of the people.
They don't care.
Out of the peace of the people.
Oh yeah, out of the peace of the people, out of maligning people.
Well,
yeah, they damage people's, they defame people.
People's reputation.
Defame people. Probably the danger there is that which affects national security. That is the major problem.
Thank you very much. I'll have to stop here so that we'll take a short break now. The conversation will continue shortly. Don't go away.
The implementation of the ruling is also dependent on another aspect or another arm of government.
Nowhere in the world will allow under digital economy for banks not to be dispensing domestic currency in that economy.
What will make this one different? We want to know what they do as occupation. All of these are attributes that are questions have been designed to investigate.
In a few days to come, you see that we are all around their own crannies and everywhere in Nigeria, telling people to cooperate.
Welcome to Nigeria Today.
Welcome back. This is still Nigeria Today, and we are looking at fake news and the state of the nation. I have 2 gentlemen here in the studio for this conversation. Now, David, earlier on, my senior colleague, Abdullahi, as I mentioned, talked about, you know, what people that out there are doing, and of course, what bloggers are doing. So I really want to know, what is the National Orientation Agency doing to check fake news?
Okay. I didn't quite answer the substantive question. I was still at the preface when you called. You asked the question about how does fake news impact on national cohesion. So I'm going to combine that, the answer to that, with your current question as to what is National Orientation Agency doing. Let me start with how it impacts. The challenge of distortions in our information ecosystem has a very negative impact on national cohesion, you know, and those who are putting out all of this disinformation and malinformation are intent of ensuring that we don't achieve national cohesion. And so they promote divisory panic, and it also causes distrust in the minds of people against government. You know, even when government is putting out its best to ensure that it reduces some of these incidents. That's how it affects national cohesion. Now, what is National Orientation Agency doing? Over the years, we have been doing quite a lot. We've been running a national fact-checking campaign, you know, where we set out to build capacity of 1,000 people in each of the 36 states and FCT, you know, and we've been pushing that, you know, and capacitating people to develop the skills to fact-check information, to know whether it is true. Fact-check video, fact-check pictures, and fact-check texts, you know, using tools that are basically free on the web, you know, so that people are also capacitated. We've been going to marketplaces, parks and all of that, and encouraging people not to accept hook, line, and sinker when you see information, especially information that brings up negative emotions inside of you. Ask, ask, ask. Check on NTA, check on channels whether you see the same news before you share and amplify those messages. You know, that's another thing that we're doing. National Orientation Agency was tasked by the National Security Advisor to carry out a monthly joint security press briefing, you know, and that has been happening 4 months back. And that platform is used to dispel all fake news that may have occurred over the period and to give people truth, facts, statistics, and figures. Now, it's not only National Orientation Agency that's doing something. NIDA has set up a crisis team to manage especially AI-driven disinformation and misinformation, you know, and all of that. The civil society are also doing a great deal. Center for Journalism, Innovation and Development, Center for Democracy and Development. These are the two leading fact checkers in our country.
You used to be very, very patient with news before you break the news. But now everybody's in a hurry to break the news. Everyone wants to be the first to break the news. So the fact checking thing, how patient can newsbreakers be to, you know, bring out this news?
We need to do that. As journalists, we need to do that. As editors, we need to encourage that. As bloggers, we need to do that. I recall between 1934, 1938, and 1968, the Motion Picture Association of America evolved what was known as the Hays